Hi, Tim.
How are you?
Getting yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Um,
Sure.
I've listened to I listened to three songs and I love them.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Especially Dynamite. Like that one, like there's a lot of horn in it. There's some saxophone,
Uh,
and I'm like low key. Saxophone is the most underrated instrument ever, and just to hear it,
I
like
I agree. Dynamite, when we first released like Dynamite and Sensation, Dynamite was for sure like I love that one more than Sensation because of that rich like sound that it had, especially on the horn section for sure. So I'm glad you like it.
how do you go about just creating this music? This is an old school throwback. It's very much, 70s, 60s and Motown. So how do you go about creating this music?
Yeah, so I personally work a little bit differently, I would say, than others because I feel like people first write their music and then they lead into the lyrics, right? I'm like the total opposite. Personally, just because I don't produce my own music, like the instrumental tracks. So I like to have the instrumental tracks and then I start thinking about like, all right, what comes out naturally? And that's what happened with these two tracks is they kind of started like freestyles. Like it's like, all right, what's on my head as I'm listening to this song? And then I kind of just, you know, freestyled it to see what came out. And then I went back to structure it to actually make the song. But it's honestly all coming from like personal experience. Like, what do I feel like other folk can connect to? Because a lot of the music I feel like, at least in the soul scene, is something that people can connect to on a daily basis, whether it's like about reminiscing about memories, about a person, family, or it's just putting on a music that you can enjoy on a Sunday.
Yeah. Um, you said something about you freestyling it. Like, do you have to be in a special place, like inside your heart, to go and like, all right, I'm ready, let's go? Or do you have to be thinking of things, or you just go and just whatever
Mhm.
you feel from the music?
No, I honestly, I think I just have to be in a quiet space for sure. Like, apart from everyone, if I just, lock myself up in the studio or the room and just listening to the music in itself, I feel like allows me to be creative because I listen to music 24/7. I'm not gonna lie. Any chance I get, I'll have something playing in the background. I don't even watch TV. I'll play music instead. So I feel like I'm constantly surrounded by like creative, influences that's what makes it easier for me to sit down and just start thinking.
And do you do live shows?
Not yet, not yet. I've done backups for artists such as like Adrian Carmine, that's my homie. We're label mates with My Grito, but I haven't started doing solo performances yet. So that's the next step. I've been delaying because right now I'm finishing up my master's, but that'll be done in May. So I'll finally start booking some
Because
events.
in Riverside's rich Hispanic culture there, correct?
Yeah, so I'm from Riverside, but I live in LA right now.
Oh, you do? Well, LA too?
So that's Yeah, so LA's like heavy on the Latino culture. Especially for like I feel Chicanos because I identify as a Chicana, and I feel like that's definitely heavy in the soul scene for sure.
Is there like um listen, I've been in local scenes I've been
Mhm.
in national scenes. Is there a soul scene in is there multiple people of your kind of music that is out there?
Yeah, absolutely. So some of my label mates, like I mentioned, like Adrian Carmine, Florencia Andrade, the Sinceres, the Sacred Souls, Trish Toledo, like those are all artists that are in the soul scene. And I feel like if you've heard of one artist, you probably know the other one, or you've at least listened to the track, but maybe you haven't explored like their music fully.
Well, I need to figure this out. Like,
Yeah.
so my stepmom, she's Hispanic, Mexican,
Mhm.
and she showed me this music, that this kind of music growing up.
Mhm.
And I remember, backyard barbecues, just with family cleaning the house on a Saturday morning. Like
Mhm.
these are the type of music that I would listen to, by proxy of her. And that was the building blocks of what I do now, of No Cover. Because before that, I didn't know music at all. And I knew every single artist. I used to go like and record on the radio with my boombox.
Yeah.
Just said like, because it was just cassette players, and you
Mhm.
on the radio, and I don't know. So that right there has got me like that was and if there's more out there, new music that's being created in this vein, I need to know about it.
Yeah,
Especially the magazine,
absolutely.
give
And
it some love.
yeah, there's a lot of great artists out there in the soul scene that are, I feel like you'll even see a lot of the artists collaborating with each other a lot. Like they might play from the same bands, such as the Sinceres. A lot of their band members also play in the Altons, which they're a little bit more like soul funk rock, but you'll find that in the soul scene that it's so close knit that a lot of folk actually perform with each other. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of great artists out there in the same scene.
That's awesome. So what do you have coming up in the future in regards to, I mean, you said you're mastering some songs right now. So is this about to be a big album?
So right now, I actually, think what you're referring to is I was finishing my master's, like education.
Oh, okay. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I do have some new music coming out. We just released Hey Love, of course, on February 4th. And then this Friday, we actually have the second track, which is side B. It's called Give Me Your Lovin', which will be out digitally. And then we'll release that on a 45. We don't have a release date yet, just because everyone's backed up when it comes to test pressings and all that. But definitely working on some new material to hopefully put out a full length album, so an LP. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So all right, never mind. Let me go into, I have a few other questions for you. How did
Okay.
you end up getting into like, it's one thing to admire music and it's another thing to go all in. What was the tipping point for you that were like, I need to make music? My heart is calling.
That's hard because I've always been surrounded around music. My biological mother, who passed away when I was like 6 or 7, she sang with mariachi. So I feel like that's already something that was, influenced on me, just the music itself, and that's especially that soulful type of sound. So I've always been like really huge into singing and into like dancing and all that. But I started getting more serious when I was wrapping up my undergraduate degree. I think I was like in my senior year at UCLA, and I was like, you know what? I think I need to get serious about it. And so that's when I entered into like a competition, and that's what eventually connected me to like, a label. And that's when I released my debut 45. So I've always been into music, but I finally had the time to get serious about it, I guess I would say.
What are you going to school for?
Right now, I'm doing my Master's of Education in Educational Counseling. So working in higher ed.
So you'll be like a counselor or
some form of like counseling, community outreach. That's what I'm heavy on for sure.
Oh, no way. What do you do?
Yeah. Right now, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sorry?
I was wondering, do you community outreach? Are you working that now?
Yeah, I work specifically within like the financial aid department, but also in my program, it's allowed me to work with other schools and to work with students specifically about like the admission process, how to navigate even applying for college or considering college and all that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Giving back too. All right. I have a few questions for you. These are more of like funner questions. It's more
Okay.
of a faster pace. If you walked into a room with everyone you've ever met, who'd you look for and why?
Dang, that's tough. I would have to say my sister. Her name's Stephanie, and the reason being that I feel like I've experienced a lot with her throughout my life. We had some hardships growing up, and I feel like everything I've experienced with personal life, with school, with my music, she's always been that person there for me. Of course, my other family as well, and my parents, but Yeah, I would have to say her for sure.
Nice. If you had a dream concert, anybody alive or dead, four people,
Eee.
four people to play at this dream concert, alive
Uh-huh.
or dead, who is on your bill? Play
Mm.
proposal.
All right, I'm gonna think about like my influences and who I would love to see. Definitely Brenton Wood for sure. He's still up and doing it right now. Erica Badu because I love her work as a neo-soul artist. Um, Amy Winehouse for sure. And who would be another artist? I almost want to throw like Bob Marley or Tupac up in there because I also love my hip hop and my reggae. So I don't know either one of them.
Yes, Bob Marley's
Yeah,
a good one, huh? And Tupac.
yeah, yeah.
What is your motto in life?
Uh, I'm very big on celebrating achievements, whether they're big or small. So I would have to say like always value yourself and everything that you're doing. Like don't limit yourself to other people's expectations, I would say. Yeah.
What is your mom or dad's signature dish?
Mm. My pops loves Asian cuisine, so I'm gonna have to say probably like stir fry or something. Yeah.
You're not cooking it fresh for him? Or he's not
I'm
cooking
sorry?
it fresh? He's just putting it in a microwave and giving you food?
Oh, no, 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 like stir fry, like
Like he
actually,
gets it? He goes?
yeah, no, he
All
makes it. Yeah, he loves cooking. Yeah.
right. All right. And what are you streaming right now?
Like, what am I listening to
No, watching.
or watching? You know what's funny? I don't even watch TV. I'm not a big like, yeah, I'm not really big into. I'll tell you about a show that I have streamed before. I was really into Parks and Rec. I don't know if you watched that before.
No, have
A
not.
lot. Oh, super good. I think it's funny. It's a lot of people connected to like The Office, like that type of style. But yeah, Parks and Rec, I would recommend it.
All right. What is life teaching you right now?
What is life teaching me right now? I feel like it's teaching me that we're constantly evolving. Like we have to be open to change and adapting to new environments, especially, in the life that we're living right now with the pandemic. So just being open to change when needed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is Erica Badu considered the type of music you do?
No, so she's more
Okay.
neo soul, yeah, soul and R&B style. Yeah.
Okay. In what you're saying, you're saying soul music is what you're saying?
Wait, I'm sorry?
For you, what is your genre called?
Mine's like soul funk. Yeah.
Soul funk. And
Mhm.
that's more of like a throwback?
I would say it's a combination of throwback, like Art Laboe oldies with a mix of like actual funk, like Parliament and Funkadelic and all that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I'm seeing
but
that.
I def
60s, 70s. I was like, it's a
Mhm.
okay, because
Yeah.
I'm like, I've really not heard of this. And like I'm like
Yeah.
I am so like like I love discovering music. So
Mhm.
and it's very come on, man. I've been doing this so long to get something under like that. Like it got right by me for so long. I'm so excited about this. I thought you were
Yeah,
just like
thank
the only one. And that's why
No, no, yeah. I
fucking
made pull more from like funk for sure, but there's a lot of other artists who like pull more from the oldies aspect and then twist it up with their own other genres that they love. But yeah.
oh my god. All right. Well, I followed you on IG. I'm gonna
Follow you back.
and I love everything you're doing. And thank you so much for
Thank you.
being one of the people keeping it alive. That's something we need. And your voice is beautiful. Your creativity is phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're appreciated.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate taking the time to speak with me and shed some light on what I'm doing. Hopefully I'll start performing soon. You can come see live, or I'll visit. I believe y'all are in Ventura, right?
Yeah, Oxnard, man. We have a
Yeah.
rich like Latino heritage here. I mean,
Hmm.
everybody like I learned everything who I am in this town. It's amazing.
I'm gonna have to pay y'all a visit then for sure.
I'm gonna have to put on a show to get you out here. I throw shows, man.
Yeah,
I do theater.
yeah,
So,
let's do it.
or I can't, I book. I'm gonna keep you in contact. I need to support
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Good luck with everything. And I'm sorry if like the beginning of the interview, I was trying to figure it out. Like you were talking about like,
Okay.
a big scene, and I'm like, I'm trying to get my next question on deck without being confused. I'm like, is she saying there's more of her? Because when I got your email, I was
Mhm.
like, this is cool. Like, I want more of this. And then now it's like there's all of you guys. There's so many of you guys, like, I'm okay. Like, oh my God. I'm
I'll have
excited.
I'll have to send you some links to other artists in the scene. I think you would really enjoy them too.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
tomorrow at work, I'm gonna be listening to all your friends or anybody you know.
Alrighty then. Thank you so much.
All
I
right.
hope you're
Have a
staying
good one.
safe and healthy.
I am. Thank you. You too.
Bye.